Alexa, lower the volume. Good evening, Facebook and Instagram family. Thank you for joining us this evening for another episode of Back to the World, my brother and my sister's keeper, all things Sonetquity. I'm Tony.
I'm John.
And thank you guys for joining us this evening. Any music that you may hear, we don't own the rights to, but give us your comments. Excuse me, if you have any comments, questions, or anything that you care to share, hit us in the boxes down below. And on our Instagram page, hit the like button, ring the bell, ring the chime, and subscribe. Okay? Again, thank you guys for joining. Man, it's been a long day, and it's a lot to talk about. So we're going to get into it, and we're going to build with you guys.
All right. You know, see, me and my partner, we got on almost the same color shirts. So.
And pants.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we used to be in uniform for years together, but now, you know, this here just so happened to be, I guess we're in the same spirit to brighten up, lighten up, and tighten up, you know, the things that we're discussing and sharing, you know, you know, we send our condolences to the, we was just talking about, you know, Frankie Beverly. And we send our condolences, you know, to the family and friends who, you know, we know some personal friends that travel with him, and we just want to say, you know, thanks for being there, you know, in that time of need, because, you know, it's nothing like a support system in the time of need, you know, so we send out our condolences to that.
Yeah, and I like to second that. Today is, you know, 9/11, and we'd like to send our condolences and our prayers to all of the family members of all of the victims that perished in the Twin Towers in New York. You know, it's, you know, life is fleeting on one end, and then, you know, I'd like to wish my daughter and a family friend, Miss Ingrid Poindexter, I'd like to wish my daughter Taylor and Miss Poindexter a happy birthday. Today is their birthday, so we'd like to send out a birthday shout out to them and all our friends. And on top of that as well, all of our family and friends in New Orleans that are going through the hurricane now, this moment as we speak, we'd like to keep them in our prayers as well. You know, had the storm not taken a turn, it was going to hit here as well. So had it hit here, I probably would have gone to New Orleans to avoid the situation that I had with Hurricane Beryl, and you know, that was my idea, that was my thinking, and that was my plan. And then at the last minute, the storm sort of took an eastern turn, and it has picked up. I know what Beryl done here as a Category 1. Well, Hurricane Francine is a Category 2, and it hit land. It was landfall doing about 90 plus. So now it's up to 100. And there's a lot of torrential rain and flooding and a whole bit. So we just like to pray for all of our family and friends that's in New Orleans, and pray that the storm passed them by, and but just go on through and doesn't give them a whole lot of damage, grief, or loss of life. So that's what we want to do.
Right.
You know.
Sentiments mean a whole lot And so we want to follow it up with, just, good acts, because we know what it feels like to be, to be confined to a certain area, to where you have, difficulties and turbulence and everything else that's happening in that confined area. So, my partner and I, we know from an empirical aspect of things that literally how they feel, and it's not just the feeling of it, but the overcoming of it, and and the going through it to get to it, as we said. So that's what our whole platform is about. With our back to the world, my brothers and my sisters keeper. Because it's after a trial, or after turbulence, or after difficulty, or after confinement, but it's afterwards. And we want to create. We have a platform to where now we can have constant motion afterwards, after the difficulty, after with the situation afterwards, because that's when support is needed, like after that moment. So this is what our whole platform is about. Morning and our Billionaires Roundtable Conference platform is an extension to allow us to be able to work in a unified way for unified results, so we all can, share our gifts, and how we said, when we created, when we built this, when we began to, present Sonetquity to the public, it was doing the how we would say a challenging time. It was during COVID, right? And we came with our platform, Back to the World, my brothers and my sisters keeper, but we were always linking it in preparation for launching Sonetquity. And so we just, going back into it, my partners and I, we began to introduce Sonetquity during a challenging time, but the principles that we stand on today, it was after the difficulty, or after a certain period, or after a certain introduction of the thing they call a blessing circle, right? But Sonetquity, is set up not to project in language a blessing circle, but we say when you can share your blessings, when we share our blessings, quote unquote, as we share things, we then begin to create a circle. It's a circle in that sharing. So each one has something to help someone who don't have something, and that produces empowerment, right? And so this is the ultimate aim and result. This is the ultimate aim, to what we're striving to fulfill with your help. So we want to create a circle, a blessing circle, not from a imaginary aspect of things, but from a literal system, right? And so that's what our whole platform is about, to share. We sharing information, we sharing mathematics, we sharing everything, right? So how we can introduce, and fulfill our desired results.
I want to bring y'all up to speed. All of our members that has joined, and you're a part of Sonetquity Bookclub meets Smartdesktop AI rather. And we've been sort of quiet on the Western Front for about the past 2 weeks or so. And we've been waiting for the administration to get their acts together to start paying everyone. Okay? So they had a situation to whereas if you got a newsletter, or if you got a message, if they have your email, they sent you a message or what have you. Well, they're basically saying that if you send in your name and address, right, and they will send you a physical check. And anybody that joined that's out of the country, They're doing the same thing with them as well. So now, there's a few people that receive their checks. We're just waiting to see and waiting for that to come in, because at this point, we're waiting to get it on with the AI, so AI can do what we expected it to do from the very beginning. So let's not despair. We're going to keep you updated, and this is the most positive update that we've had in about the past 2 weeks. And they've had their legal team to send out the checks to each and every one. So any of you that has signed up, multiple members where you should receive $60 or what have you, you could either wait to see who's getting their checks or whatever, or you can send them they already have your name, they already have your email address. So now, if they need to mail you your check, you don't want them to mail it to your house, give them another address so they can mail you there if you're suspicious and what have you. And at this point, I can understand if you are just a little, but they are still on it, and I don't see why they'll still be pushing it if in fact it was any shenanigans that was going on. So that's what's happening now with Smartdesktop AI. Now, with Sonetquity Book Club, as I said earlier in the podcast, and as we said last week, we're looking for someone within our book club circles that's already a member of Sonetquity, that's already a member of a smaller book club, and you're hosting that book club. But maybe you're not hosting and there's another person that's hosting, but you understand how to host. We would love to have you on board with us. Okay? And when I say, see, as I said again, we have been the brain thrust of Sonetquity program, period. We've been the brain thrust of designing the system. See, we built the system, and we built the system to do so many miraculous things, right? And pardon us and forgive us that, for thinking that all we had to do was just build the system, and then after that, everybody was going to come. Mm-hmm. We just assumed that there were many, many people in need, and that they were going to definitely flock to us, right? That didn't happen, right? So just as we are the brain thrust of this, we are the impediment that's slowing this thing down as well. One thing that you cannot take away from us, we have staying power.
Come on.
We've stuck this out because we know what we have, right? But we need someone that can send newsletters every month to all of our current members, letting them know everything that's going on with us, letting them know any events that we have coming on. If we have a Q&A, we need someone that can manage and operate a Zoom call, where we'd have a Zoom meeting and we would have all of our members on. Someone that can schedule that throughout the week or the month, and just constantly, send the newsletters and the emails out or the notifications to our members, making them aware. See, I know there's many of you that will probably be on every Wednesday night. And the only way you know that we're going to be on Wednesday night is that when we come on, it's Wednesday night. See, and we only have ourselves to blame because we don't announce this. Now, after every episode, we say, join us again next Wednesday. But there are times when I forget that today is Wednesday and we have to do this, And as I said, pardon us for being the builders of this, but we just didn't think beyond that point, and we thought that everything would just fall in place, and it isn't. It didn't. It's not, right? So we want someone that can host, that can send out notifications, send out emails, send out newsletters, plan events, whatever it may be, a contest, a book reading, an event where we have a Q&A, where we're questioning different writers, where we have a question. Matter of fact, many of you who are book club members who've written books, we want you to expose your book and give your book exposure, okay? And now keep in mind, if you have a book club and you have 10 members, right? Well, that's 10 books that you bought that month because each of you have to purchase a book. So that's 10 books. Now imagine if we're hosting your book and we're holding your book as the book of the month and we have 10,000 members. All 10,000 of those members would have to buy your book, all right?
Come on now.
In order to have that reading and have you as a guest to tell what was your inspiration for writing the book? What was your purpose? What was your most difficult part? How did you come up with the title? All right? How many pages does your book have? And when you surpass those pages, when you got to those numbers, I mean, did you want to stop there or did you have more of the story to tell? These are the things that we want. And we want to bring people on board to talk about book promotions. See, I've been dealing with a lot of people on Sonetquity Book Club's webpage. There are book promotions. I get about 20 ads or 20 notifications every day with people asking me, do I want them to promote my book? And they will do it for a fee. Well, I already knew that was a bunch of crap. You see, because you should not have to pay. And then I have a friend, and the company wanted her. They said, congratulations, we're willing to publish your book, but it's going to cost you X amount of dollars. Why are you congratulating me? Because what it is that I'm paying you to do the work, the whole bit. There's a lot of this shenanigans that's going on, and I learned so much about the industry that I never really spoke out on it because I thought we can get past that. But in the near future, these are the things that we want to tell our authors, our members, writers, and publishers to be aware, to be wary of, right? We want to let you know that as we were blessed with self-publishing, and as we were blessed with on-demand publishing, it also opened up a vacuum and it created a two-headed monster to whereas you have people want to charge you to publish your book.
Come on now.
And then you have people that want to charge you to promote your book. And I had one member to DM me, and she said that she paid one of these companies for them to market her book. She said it's been 2 months. They only have a 90-day contract. So she's into 60 days. She said in 60 days she's only sold one book. Hell, I can sell one book, but I can sell at least 5 or 10 books by telling friends to go out and buy it. So you see, I don't like to use the term scam, but it's about hook or by crook. And that's pretty much what it is. So, last but not least on this subject, I want to build a book club by the likes of the one that Reese Witherspoon had. Oprah had a wonderful one, but Oprah would just tell people this is the book of the month, go out and buy it. So now all these sales would be, brought on by Oprah's audience and the whole bit. That was a wonderful thing. But here's what Reese Witherspoon did, and it's crazy because, see, everything that she did, including what Oprah did, I thought of this almost 20 years ago, right? What Reese Witherspoon did, she started a book club basically for women only. And she wanted women authors and writers and publishers to publish their book, and she will have them to more or less present their book within the book club. So if she had 2 million members, you would sell 2 million copies of your book. Then from there, what she was going to do, everyone would submit a manuscript. And when they submit the manuscript, she had a team working for her that would choose so many of those scripts, right, from that registration, right, or that submittance. And the book that they would choose, she would turn that book into either a screenplay or a movie, right? And that's what she was doing. And she did this she started it before the pandemic. She started it in like 2019. right? And I was there. When I say there, I was literally there on social media and in the magazines and the publications, reading everything that she'd done in starting this company, and it's everything that I would have done, right? Well, here's what happened. She grew that fledgling company until a behemoth, and there was a company that inserted a large sum of funds to her. And then she did a few productions. She started a production company. She even did a few movies, from made for TV movies. She did a few TV movies from the books that her authors submitted. Well, in 2021 or 22, Reese Witherspoon sold that business for $2.1 billion. She only stayed with it 2 years. So you see, I'm not saying that's what we want to do, to build this up so then we sell it and then we walk away with that. No, I'm talking about the mechanics of it, the things that she had to offer. Our books are just not to women. Our book club is not just for women or what have you. We're not just accepting women books. We're accepting books from children even if the book is a good book. And what happens with that, we build a community to whereas we can offer you to have your book published by us, something that you're already a part of, something that will give you the attention, not someone that's coming up on the side of you saying, hey, look, for a fee, I'll publish your book for you. Or for a fee, I will promote your book. I will market your book. I will see to it that your book will sell. What guarantees do they have? What guarantees do they have? See, here at Sonetquity, this is what we guarantee. We guarantee that if we have 500,000 members and your book is selected as the book of the month, guess what? You've sold 500,000 books.
Come on now.
That we can guarantee you. Okay? So that's pretty much all I have to say on this segment. But you, that special you that's sitting out there that has all these skills, all these skill sets, you know how to handle administrative. You know what to do, when to do it, the whole bit. And we're willing to share a part of the business with you. Yeah, there, I said it. We're willing to share a part of the business with you. So if this is something that you can operate and do from your phone, if you're already employed, so much the better. This is something that you can do because you don't have to spend a whole lot of time on it. All right? I do know that, although I don't know how to do it. Okay? And if you're someone who knows how to do all of this and you just don't have any employment or you're living on a fixed income, we definitely could use your help. Okay? But in the meantime, in between time, all of you who are viewing this that's a part of a network marketing company or network marketing business or a network marketing team, we're asking each and every one of you, visit our book club, visit our online bookstore at www.bookshop.org/shop/Sonetquity. Okay? Visit our store. Every book or any book that Amazon has, we have those books. Help us build what we're trying to build that can in turn turn around and help you as well. Okay? Thank you, guys.
I just want to, remind us that, we don't just come up here or come here on our platform to just talk about money. Okay. What we need more than anything is we need each other. We need each other because we are humbly asking for our audience or anyone within the ambit of our voices to help us magnify the idea of Sonetquity. Help us. Help us magnify it. Now, with that comes a percentage or an income that's needed in this material world. See? What we need again, we need one another. We need each other. Because if we don't have each other, in reality, we don't have nothing. It's like, for instance, right? We present the undeniable. And when I said undeniable, I don't want it to sound like that's coming from a position of vanity with my partner and I. As far as the business, we present math. Math. Not a hocus pocus, not a wish, not a hope, but a cause and an effect. Best thing you can have is math. Now we show with working together with math, the results would, they would vary based on the members, see, helping one another, based on the members. So in the initial aspect of doing the business Sonetquity, we're humbly asking for people with the skill sets to help us magnify this idea. Help us bring it to fruition. Although we have everything is in place. Everything. Now we need to, those talents out there, I'm going to use that word, that's being used just being used, right? So we want to put them to prosperity usage, to help elevate us from a financial poverty or burden. It's an old adage that says it like this. It says, when we lift up one another, we all rise. That's true. That's literally true. Because when my partner, he presented that to me, I was like, that's beautiful. We magnified it. Here, it's a gift. Help us. Help us. See? And we mentioned this last week. When you look at Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, society might look at them as competition, competitors. Bill Gates actually, Microsoft, because Bill Gates he's the founder, but it's a team of people. Very wealthy people now. Helped Apple, who was going in decline or bankruptcy, loaned them $150 million. To where now they both are cornerstones in the industry. And all of them have prospered financially. There are some untapped talents that we're reaching for right now to come help us magnify, uplift. See? That probably know how to do how to link everything together that we have, everything, just link it together and introduce it, just like that. We've seen it done before on some not as broad, but as far as linking something together and introducing it, probably took them 5 minutes. My partner and I, we witnessed that. I just laughed and I was like, show me that again. If it was 5 minutes. So we're looking for 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, however those quick thinkers and fast doers who know how to link Sonetquity, link the working parts of Sonetquity to where we can produce the effect, because now we can produce the results, because mathematically they're waiting to be fulfilled, or waiting to come to fruition as we speak. You're my point to talk about the books, our books. I was telling a brother, I was talking to him yesterday. He said he's 70% complete in his book. But he know how to do all these other things too. See? Yeah, I know how to do it. I'm like, oh, okay. So we're going to meet next week. He know how to do all this stuff, right? And so now we met several people. So we ask those who make a commitment to us to make your word bond. That's it. If you say it, make your word bond. If you can't do it, we understand. But don't set us up to say you can do it or you'll help, and then you don't. See, we've been through that phase as well. So we humbly asking our people, if you can do it, if you say you can do it, and you can really do it, we're looking for you. See, you know, I'm a partner mentioned earlier how it's I'm gonna say a blessing and a curse. I don't want to say it like that, but it's a bad and a good for he and I, because you know we both have to come through hell. See, meaning through a particular temperature of fire in confinement. We have to come through that. But in that place of confinement, ideas were created, see? Because we were still, one so robust. Now, we present that idea, it's not an idea anymore. But we're in formation now, we're in motion. Will help us magnify it. Because we have members right now who have received books, who have actually went through the system and mathematically received what was verbally expressed mathematically. Now here we are. We have some people, and we're going to get her book too. Because I told her at that particular time, we were integrating the working parts. It's like being in a car that's not making motion, and you driving with no motion. You just in park driving though. Yeah, man, when we get here, when we get here, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But when we put the car in drive, okay, we got to fix this. We got to align this up properly. And now we have everything aligned properly to get the results of what we're saying. Now we have we have the largest distributor of books, I wouldn't say in the world, but I know in America. We have that. We are an affiliate with that distribution, or that distributor rather. Now we have it where we always did with an in-house, or in-system distribution base. You hear my partner just say, I don't care, whatever membership we have, that's how many units will be sold that particular month. Be it 500,000, a million, whatever it is. Now we're making bestsellers, not New York Times bestsellers. We're making Sonetquity bestsellers. See? Now we're changing up the idiom that's being said, because now they're gonna say, oh, just like Amazon, just like Facebook. Facebook had an idea, Mark Zuckerberg had an idea. He presented it to the other brother that was already in motion, was MySpace. He said, man, let's be partners. MySpace at that particular time was like, nah, man, we good. See? If he would have linked with Facebook and shared and uplifted one another, MySpace, who knows, right? But we're saying it from an aspect of working the unified principles to help us, if you know what that means. Yes, sir.
last but not least, what I'd like to present to you guys, I know many of you have seen it on my post. You've seen pictures that I've posted showing Batana oil, showing bottles and bottles and boxes of it. Okay? We now have Batana oil in our wheelhouse. Okay? And for those of you who are not familiar with Batana oil is it comes from a Batana fruit tree, only found in Honduras. Okay? And there's a paste or a wax or a salve that's made, and it's used to actually it softens the skin. It cures psoriasis, eczema, stretch marks from surgery, and any type of scars that you may have from surgery and what have you. Now, another thing that's phenomenal about it, of course, it grows your hair if applied properly, right? And there are many examples on social media, man. I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of them, right? And it has been known. I haven't seen this done. It's been known to turn your white hair back dark or black or what have you. And this is what Dr. Sibi says, right? This is not, have I seen it? No, I have not. But there are many, many people who swears by this. But one thing about it, we know that this product is an excellent product and it's all natural. And you just can't buy it any and everywhere. There are many people that are going on social media and they're going to different places to purchase it, Amazon, Walmart, what have you. But it's not 100% raw virgin Batana oil. Okay? And they're cutting it and they're mixing it or what have you. But here's the point. If that's what you're satisfied with and that's what you're paying for and you're satisfied with it, then so much the better. But a lot of these places can't get it. My partner and I, we have a lock on it. We have an unlimited supply source. Okay? Now, what we're doing, and I'm going to say this over the air here, and you guys can hold me on it, but here's the thing. We're selling 2-ounce jars, 4-ounce jars. Our 2-ounce jars sell for $14.99, okay, per jar. Our 4-ounce jars sells for $22.99, right? But here's the beauty, and here's what we have to offer. We are going to sell our liters. There are 34 ounces in a liter, right? Those liters, most companies are selling a liter for $150. We're selling our liter for $120. Everything is plus shipping and handling. But we're selling our liters for $120. But now here's what we're offering based on our Sonetquity program and our platform. We're selling Batana oil and we're offering an affiliate partnership. We're offering an affiliates partnership. And what I mean by that, I mean that you can now have your own brand. You can market it, you can sell it. And if you want to talk about it how we talk about it on the streets, we're your plug. You opening up your own trap house. All right? Everybody that has a hair salon or whatever the situation may be, you want to dress it up and put it in, and you want to sell your brand with your name on it, we have no problem with that. We're going to sell liters to you because it doesn't make sense for you to buy the jars. It doesn't make sense. But we're going to wholesale the liters for $89.99. Okay? That's $89.99. And I know many of you that's listened to this the whole bit. And if you are, DM us. DM us. We're going to start taking orders this weekend. Okay? We have a website that's under construction right now, this minute. I don't want to reveal the name of our Batana oil just yet. But now you will be able to, let me plug this up here. Yeah, you'll be able to purchase sorry about that, y'all. Okay. You will be able to purchase your own leader. You'll be able to purchase your own leader, and you will be able to fill your orders yourself. We won't have to do that for you. But as I said again, we're going to be your plug. We're going to be your plug, and again, as I said, you would have your own affiliate partnership, your own business, and that's what we have to offer right now. And you know, when I posted those pictures, I posted the pictures just to let the audience know, just to let you guys out there in social media land know that we have access to this Batana oil. And when I tell you, the phone calls, the texts, the DMs start coming in, and it's remarkable. You know, it's bewitching, it's bewilderment, and it's joyous, because we truly have quite a bit to offer you guys. But we know that once you grab a hold to one, then you'll see all the other opportunities that we have to share with you guys as well. So we look forward to your participation. To all of you that have reached out to me, I thank you, and I look forward to working with you, and we plan to do that very, very soon. So I just wanted to let that be known before we part. But definitely be ready to order your Batana oil. So in the meantime, right now, just to be on board for the first shipment, DM me. Let me know that you're interested. Send me your address. Send me your name, your address, the whole bit. I'll send you the information on how you can pay for your order. Okay?
That's it.
So, you know, man, we don't come on for a hustle. We don't come on for the hype. Man, we truly love what we're doing right here. There are moments I get discouraged. I'm just going to be honest with you. I get discouraged, but I don't get despair, right? And I don't get disappointment, you know, because if that were the case, we would have given up long before now. But I'm a student of life, and I've learned that if you stick with anything long enough, the bus will stop at your bus stop. Okay? You could be staying at a place that a bus never came before. But if you stay in there long enough, one day a bus is going to arrive. Don't miss it, y'all.
You know, but as we close, I want to comment on that, my partner. You know, in the right spirit, failure is not an option. See, so you know, it's like, you know, when we keep moving forward with the right spirit, failure is not an option. It's not an option. I was watching an interview that they did the other day of the San Francisco 49ers, right? And they always make reference to last year, quote unquote, when they lost the Super Bowl. And that question is really challenging the mindset, because if you've never been to a Super Bowl, you don't know what it feels like to win or lose a Super Bowl, but you know what it feels like to win or lose in something. So the more grandiose the stage, I guess the more the more intensified or the more impactful or the more intense it is, right? And so the player, he says something so aligned with the mindset. He said that was last year. We're a whole new team now. See? Because with the right spirit, failure is not an option. So we want to put the excitement in the idea of Sonetquity. The excitement. And allow our math and our unity to fulfill itself as we lift up one another, not judge one another, not saying what won't work because of a bad experience that somebody done had and is contagious. So we want to keep the good spirit, right? Last week, my partner and I, we had a conversation about people in the industry. And they want to bring yesterday's failure to impede today's success. Our spirit won't allow it. Our spirit won't allow it. So that's the spirit of truth, right? It's the spirit of veracity, truthfulness. And it's the spirit of mathematics. Because I asked the question, I said, who told you what you can't do? See? Now we got to look within. Because when you want to do something, you'll create the will to do it. So we have so many things that we want to share. So it's like we want to put the excitement in the idea of unified union, uplifting one another, working as a team. A team. If you're down, lift someone up and watch how your spirit change. Or allow someone to help you. We asking for help. The technical people with the tech skills, something as simple as Zoom calls, Zoom linkage. It's more. So we're just asking for, an assist. Assist us so we can assist one another. Okay? Again, we thank you all for tuning in because, it's our time. It's our time. And we're going to, it's the old saying that we went to our own, but our own rejected us. Or they received us not. So don't think it's about us, it's about the business. Okay? Let's do that. Peace.
Thank you guys for coming on. We look forward to seeing you next Wednesday for another episode of Back to the World. My brother and my sister's keeper. Sign on Facebook and Instagram. Join Sonetquity Bookclub, Sonetquity Publishing Company. Sign on and join us. Okay? You're going to be receiving a newsletter very, very soon. And for those who are interested in the Patano oil, DM us. Let us know that you're interested and what you plan and what your order is and what have you. We will fill those orders. All right. Thanks again. And what I've listed in our comment section, I've listed our retail book website, our retail bookstore. I've listed Sonetquity Publishing Company, our on board to join our wealth building system. And I've listed our Nilly program, and I've listed our Capri mortgage. Okay, thank you guys for coming on.
And the Patano.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. How did I leave that out?
Mm-hmm.
We definitely want to add that. I don't have a website to that just yet, but we're gonna put that on board. And we hope to see you guys real soon. All right. Thank you for coming on board. And let me click on there. And we appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend. And again, man, for our family and friends and loved ones in New Orleans, man, we pray that all works out and all is well. And we send out our condolences to Frankie Beverly's family, along with all of the family of the people that perished in 9/11.
And my little brother had a birthday yesterday. Fat boy, I talked to you yesterday. My little big brother, and said, "I hope you didn't eat too much, brother."
All right.
Peace.
All right. Peace, everyone.